Oh man, I'm excited. You wanna know why? Because I have 8 stacks of TNT, which is actually quite more than enough to do the mob trap, making the mob trap. So, okay, the first thing I did is I made a bed and slept here, because one of the issues with making a gravity mob trap is that you're quite likely to accidentally fall down and kill yourself. So I want to have a nearby spawn. But anyways, let's get to the exciting part, where I'm going to... Now, I only carry like 1 stack of TNT on me at a time, because I have in the past accidentally set off a stack, which blew me up, and then blew up all the items I had, and I lost like 5 stacks of TNT, and it made me very sad. Okay, let's start with this far corner here. Basically, that's where the TNT is going to go, and I am just going to dig straight down. Now when I get to the bottom here, I'm going to do a full column of TNT up this side where the torch is marked. So hopefully I don't get into any unexpected caverns, especially ones filled with water or lava, because water will suppress the damage the TNT does. So that will make it harder, because I'll have to remove a lot of stuff by hand. And lava just burns. You don't want that. Okay, I'm only going down to about Y30. Let's make it Y25. I'm going to go Y30. I want the killing floor at about Y25. And the killing floor is going to... So there's going to be some removal by hand, of course. That's... Oh, 29. Good enough. There's going to be some removal by hand, of course. But, you know, that's just the way things are. It won't take that long. I'll have like a movie or something playing in the background. I'll just grind it out. Okay. So this is basically what I'm going to do. Then, let me get rid of this. Okay. And now I'm going to repeat for 7 more times. And I will see you after that is done. The TNT is laid, and actually I should probably just give a quick explanation of what I'm doing, in case you haven't seen the other videos. This is going to be my mob trap here. The torches lay out basically the size of it. I put this, that's the outer wall that I put up there. A lot of that's going to be taken out by the TNT, but, I mean not a lot, but some of it will be. But there should be enough left that I can clearly tell where the edges are. And then I just dropped a shaft of TNT. I'm going to set them off best I can. These I built up like that just to ensure that they go off smoothly. Okay, now, this is probably the worst way to do this. I'm just going to punch that one, and then run, no wait, that one and then that one, and then run away. And hopefully I'll be able to see it. I should plan which direction I'm running, so I can get a good view. Okay, we'll go this way. Okay, are you ready? Oh, I'm ready. Very exciting. Run away! Oh man, that was crazy. Okay, I think it left more than I wanted it to, but fortunately I have a lot more TNT, so I can do more controlled bursts, which will take out a lot of ground. Oh no, that doesn't look that bad from this angle. Oh man, ooh, look at that. It goes down deep. Well, I don't see any water or lava leaking from the walls, so that is always a plus. So I won't have to try to clean up the messes they make. Ah, yes, that's what I just said. So, okay, yeah, let me see if I can clear this out and make it look like an actual giant pit of death, or impending death. And I think the edges came out pretty well. Didn't really blast that much deeper out than I wanted to. Okay, I think that was a good blast. I'm happy with it. Okay, now to do the less fun, less exciting work. So we'll skip ahead to when I have that done and I'm ready to start on the killing floor. And several hours later, I had to keep making new chests. I've got so much cobblestone from all that. Maybe a couple stacks of iron too. Anyways, here's what we got now. As you can see, there are still some floating blocks, but whatever. As we build up, we'll get to them and we can just take care of them. It's easier than trying to build a bridge out to them to just get 2 or 3 blocks. So let's head down and we can start on our killing floor, as I like to call it, because it's really just an awesome name. Now I took a full stack of wood and made that all into fences. And that's how much fence posts you get from a full stack of wood, which I honestly have no idea how much I'm going to use. I'd have to do some math. I already dug out the canal system. So basically all the drops are going to be put into here. And this flows down into here. And this will be another canal. They'll go here to the collection. The whole collection area will be put into there. Anyways, on to the more interesting part. Okay. First row we want to do is the fence posts. Now it's important that they hit a fence post, because as you may know, a fence post is 1.5 blocks high. So the, collision detection will trigger before they hit the water, so the water won't absorb any of their damage. So they'll hit the fence post at maximum speed and then, die. Okay, I think that's the... Yep, that's the right distance. Now I gotta do, and since there's gonna be water running over these fence posts, water runs for 8, so. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, okay. And then the rest of this can just be blocks, it doesn't need to be fence posts. But then we gotta do that across the entire thing here. And I just gotta tell you, working with fence posts is a pain, because their hitbox is so much larger than they actually are. You keep clicking on them when you want to click on the spot next to them. So you got, fence posts that you have to chop down and fix. But anyways, next step would be putting some water here. Now when you're putting a long run of water like this, it's pretty easy if you just remember to put it every other one. So then, okay, you can swim up. Because then you take out the middle one, and it gives you your water back. Because it goes, it does the infinite water trick where it makes it spring. And we do that down the line. I'll cut this too. Now this layer of water, the mobs never touch. This is just for, moving their loot. So we want to cap that off because we're going to build stuff above it. This would help if I wasn't terrible at this game. Ha! Sprint. And we can go right to the end there. And notice I left this area here, over top the source block for the water. Because we are going to... we're going to put a sign there, which I don't have in my inventory, else I'd show you that. We're going to put signs there along the entire way because it's going to be used to suspend the lava blade, which will kill any survivors of the fall. And then back here, we're going to do the fence posts again. And water will be running from there. And this is what's going to push the survivors into the lava blade, or it'll push the loot down into the collection canal. And we're also going to have to run water here. So I'll show you that in just a minute. Let me finish this up first. And I should warn you, this type of track uses a lot of signs. That's 33 of them right there, and that's just the killing floor. there's going to be a ton of them up on the spawning floors as well. But that's really the worst thing about making this type of trap. But, you know, you get into a pattern, it gets easier. Anyways, for this water here, we can just put it up on top since it's going to flow down anyways. And it'll just flow down and go right to where we want it. Then we just do that. The same thing again where we... Ah, crap, that's not going to work this time. Okay, new trick. We will... Oops. Okay, we block this off like that. Where'd my pick go? And do this block down the whole way. So then we can put the water down all like this, and then we just remove this layer here, and it'll flow out like it should. Because this is the shortest path, it's taking that instead of spreading out, which is what we needed it to do. But we can trick it. So let's do that. Now that is killing ready. Mob hits that, they're gonna die. They're gonna impact the fence post before the water, even though it clearly looks like the water's on top. And they'll die, they'll get pushed down. Sometimes they'll survive, especially if they hit like the edge right there at the border, or even along the sides, they'll sometimes survive. But that's just some sort of weird, random consequence, which is why we're putting in this lava blade. Now lava only flows 4 blocks, and we want it to hang over the signs. So we need 1, 2, 3 of space there. So we'll just fill in all of this with block, when the lava will be poured there, and it'll run out to here. So the lava part here is a huge pain, because you can't, lava doesn't do that infinite trick. So I've got 33 buckets of lava. I made all the buckets, I went down into my mine and empty out like half a lava pool trying to get them. I found some diamond while I was down there, so that was pretty awesome. But of course I had to throw a bucket away so I could have room for the diamond. Worth it though. So basically you put it there, and it's going to flow out, and it'll hang over the edge and just stop there, because that's as far as it'll flow. So now if a mob comes in, they'll touch that, die, and because they fall down when they die, their loot falls down. So yeah, exciting. Okay, this next 2 layers actually are very important, because we want to cover up the lava. And above the lava we're going to have fence posts, because we're doing another fence post sign impact thing. So we need to have 2 layers, because fence posts are flammable, even while, you know, topped by water. If there's lava underneath them, they will light on fire. And we can't put a solid block here, because then the mobs coming in can't hit the lava blade. So we have to do 2 layers. And also be very careful you don't fall in the lava yourself. Okay, just like that. Seeing that sort of pattern. So there's 2 layers with a little bit of an overhang. And on top of that final block there is where our fence posts are going to start. Now our lava is safely hidden with the overhang so that we can put a fence post right there without worrying about it getting, you know, lit on fire. Which would be terrible, because then water would run into the lava and, well, all hell would break loose. All of it. So, now this is the final layer. We're just going to lay down another set of these fence posts. And it takes a lot of fence posts to do this, by the way. I've gone through 3 full stacks of wood. All of it turned into fence posts. And, yeah, once we get these all set up, we're going to put water on it in the normal fashion. And that will be the killing floor. Then we start the spawning floors 23 blocks up, because that's how much you need to get death. That's how much you need to, you know, make them die from fall damage. I think. I'm gonna look that up. I'm pretty sure it's 23, but I haven't looked this up since I made my last trap. So, yeah. And as you can see, fence posts are kind of a pain to work with, because they keep doing that. Okay, I'll skip ahead to that and I'll show you the finished killing floor. And there is the finished product. That is the killing floor. And yeah, pretty much it'll kill anything that hits it, either by just sheer gravity or that lava blade down there. I'll start on the spawning floors probably sometime tomorrow. It's awfully late right now. But yeah, I might even get some drops in there tonight. You know, because it's a huge open pit. Something could wander in. Who knows? I put in a access shaft here that'll go down to... I haven't put a water break down there. I gotta not jump. This will go down to where the collection should be. There's probably some cobblestone down there right now. At least I hope so, because... Yep, there we go. And yeah, that's... Oh. Can't have that there. I'll catch stuff. Okay, and... well, there it is. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something, or had some fun. Either way.